So this is the second topic in your booklet, The Eye and Tropisms. We're going to look at tropisms in this video. So what does this mean? Our lesson objectives are to identify the positive response of plant shoots to light, phototropism, and plant roots to gravity, gravitropism, and to understand what causes these responses. So, in animals, we have many different chemicals called hormones coursing around our body. These are chemical messengers that are secreted by glands and that travel in the blood to target organs and help to coordinate our body systems, causing changes in how our body works. So some of these hormones are called sex hormones, and they are released at puberty and beyond and help to control sexual development. So examples are things like estrogen and testosterone. We have some that control our growth. So HGH is the human growth hormone. We have some that control our blood sugar levels, insulin and glucagon, and some that control water content of the blood, such as ADH. ADH is antidiuretic hormone, which you'll be learning a little bit more about in the double lessons. So how are these changes in plants controlled? Well, they have hormones too. And what do they control? Well, anything relating to growth. So roots and shoot growth, seed germination, leaf fall, disease resistance, fruit formation and ripening, flowering time, and bud formation. Plants are actually quite sensitive to their external environment, and not just plants like the Venus flytrap. Plants respond to stimuli to avoid stress, avoid being eaten, enhance their survival, and improve their chances of having offspring. The way a plant grows is controlled by the hormones, and these are sensitive to the environment and can make adjustments to help the plant survive. So if we're looking at a definition of what a tropism is, it's directional growth response. In other words, plants growing in a certain direction in response to a stimulus. I need you to complete the table in your booklet to show the different types of tropisms that we need to study at GCSE. We have phototropism is the response to the stimulus light, and the response is that the shoot will always bend towards the light. Geotropism, you will sometimes see written as gravitropism as well, is a response to gravity. The shoots will always grow away from gravity. Roots will grow to gravity, towards gravity. And hydrotropism is the stimulus is water and roots will always grow towards water. So please complete the table in your booklet. There are two types of tropism. Tropisms can either be described as being positive when the part of the plant will grow towards the stimulus, or they are negative when the part of the plant grows away from the stimulus. So, which type of tropism do you think is shown in each of these pictures? The shoots are bending towards the light, so it's a positive phototropic response. The shoot is growing against gravity. Gravity acts downwards and the shoot is growing upwards. This is a negative gravitropism. The roots are growing with gravity, so this is a positive gravitropism. And these roots are growing towards the water, so that is a positive hydrotropic response. So what actually causes tropisms? Well, if we look at the detailed structure inside a shoot, we can see that the tip of the shoot is made up of many cells, particularly right at the very tip of the shoot. The hormone that controls the growth of the plant is called an auxin. And auxin promotes growth. In other words, it causes the cells to elongate to get bigger quicker. If light comes from the top of the plant to the shoot, then all the cells in the tip receive the same amount of light and they all grow equally, causing the shoot to grow upwards. However, if the light is unevenly distributed, so let's say in this diagram on the right, the light is coming in on the right-hand side towards the plant, the right-hand side of the shoot receives a lot of light, but the other side is in the dark, or is not as light. So what happens is we get more hormone produced on the dark side of the shoot, and this causes the cells to elongate more on that side, causing the shoot to bend over towards the light. Shoots of plants contain auxin. When light shines directly above the tip, growth is equal in all of the plant cells, and they will grow upwards towards the light source. When light shines from an angle, sunlight breaks down the auxin on the side closest to the light, so the side of the tip has the most direct sunlight will have the least amount of auxin. The area of the plant that is more shaded, what we call the dark side, will have more auxin, and so there will be more growth on the shaded side. This gives us lopsided growth, and the plant will always bend towards the light. Complete the task in your book by matching the movements to the type of tropism. And here are the answers. Auxins can also be used by us to help us with our gardening. So Weedol, which is a fast-acting weed killer, will actually promote growth in weeds and make them grow so quickly that eventually the plant can't cope and it will die. It's used in rooting powders. So if you're taking a cutting of a plant to make a new plant, you dip the end of the cut part of the plant into rooting powder, and it will encourage root growth very, very quickly, so the plant can start taking up water through its roots and growing. It's used in fruit ripening. If you've ever noticed putting a banana near the rest of your fruit in the banana bowl, it will actually cause the other fruits to start to ripen because of the hormones that are given off by ripe fruit. Ethene is also used to promote fruit ripening in the fruit industry. It converts starch into sugar, so ripening our banana. Last task, complete by matching the sentences using plant hormones. And these are the answers. So plant hormones can be used to kill weeds. We kill weeds, then they don't compete with the crop that the farmer is trying to grow. This allows the food to be produced at a cheaper price. But they're produced in factories, there's lots of chemical waste, they can be harmful to wildlife if they get into the food chain,